Hey guys, and welcome to Organic True Vision. This is a video that I want to do actually just to alert you about a scam. I don't want anyone to fall into these traps. There are people out here who are selling pipe dreams. They are worse than salesmen, because salesmen may sell you something that is bogus. It may not quite benefit you, but it might still appeal to your liking or your appetite. However, these people are selling you something that you cannot feel, taste, or touch. In fact, it really doesn't exist beyond something they have made up in their brain. It's pure speculation. The same people who they call the devil is the same people who they rely on their information, and they cite them for their source of references. If this video is not an attack on anyone, but my intention is to attack information, especially false information, because we live in a time where we have to start dealing with truth. Truth is what shall set us free. If you look at the title, my description, you will see that I have written there that the truth stands alone and destroys all falsehood, or something to that effect. You can check it out yourself. And by the way, when you see this video, make sure you push the like button and also subscribe. If you want to see more videos like this, I plan on doing more videos explaining positions from a theological perspective. For those who claim that there is no creator, they just think that they just simply just pop into existence, which makes literally no sense with such a brain that uses certain components like rationale. It also, certain functions. It can rationale things. It can is able to logically deduct, certain things that shouldn't be there, and come to a rational conclusion. This is some of the things that the brain can do. And if you're saying that this is random, then it has to be something extremely frustrating that has happened to you, or it's beyond me. I can't understand how anyone can come to that conclusion. I'm not even going to attempt to try to explain that. I can't even find the words to explain that. That's how far-fetched to even have that position. You have people, they like naming themselves kings and queens and empresses and all these different names. If anyone have to tell you that they're conscious, or they're a king or a queen or empress, that should be your first red flag to watch out. Something is coming. Something is happening. Because if a person is all the things that they claim with their tongue, then you should see those things manifest through their actions. And if you can't see those things in their actions, and they're not living those things, they're not about those things, and they lack consciousness. So anyone who claims consciousness is without consciousness. Know that. That should be the first red flag. And anyone who tried to make attacks on the scriptures like the Bible or the Quran, you sound extremely foolish, because you have no evidence. You have no way of debunking it or refuting it. To say that the people or the characters in these books did not exist is foolish. It's beyond ignorance and stupidity. Because if I were to ask you, how can you come to this conclusion? You just said, no, they just didn't exist. It's just mythology. Just to say that, just because someone who you respect dearly, who may have some knowledge in history or African history or whatever, or, little knowledge that they may have. But you have to understand, when someone wants to sell you a lie, they always have to mix it with some truth. I'll even go further than that. In order for a person to lie to you, they have to first know the truth. Because lying is covering the truth. If you don't know what you're covering, then how can you lie about that thing? So remember that. You have people who are really good salesmen, but they are worse than salesmen because they're selling you something you can't feel or touch or have. And only one who benefits from this is the one who's selling you this dream, and the one who is harmed by it, who's being victimized by this, is you, because it's your money or it's your time. And the worst is they're attempting to change the way you think and see nature. Everyone have this innate, in Arabic they call it fitra, this innate nature within them to know that there's a higher being, something that's even bigger than just they said the essence of God. Well, the essence of the Creator is bigger than that. Anything that creates something cannot be created. That does, you understand? Because the Creator and the creation are separate. They're not the same thing. The Creator and the creation cannot be the same. And something that creates something cannot be created. So therefore there has to be something, a cause, something that moves everything into existence, something that forms, that shapes, that designs in such a way, using the most highest, the most absolute math that is in existence, being that the one who created all these things can use it in that fashion, because that one is the only absolute. This may not make sense, but let it digest. But coming back to my point, before I digress further, I want to say that you may have heard or been warned by your parents or people around you growing up that to be careful people who sell you pyramid schemes. These people are literally selling pyramid schemes. They have gone so far that they'll even take you to Egypt to show you the pyramid and sell the dream to you. Then next thing you know, you be walking around with all this different type of ankhs and talk about, you hear the frequencies, and all